Has Mr. Colton told you?
Tell me what?
I'm colored.
What color are you?
I'm a Negro.
Have you always been a Negro, or you're just trying to be fashionable?
Julia, an American television sitcom that aired on NBC from 1968 to 1971, holds a significant place in television history. Created by Hal Kanter, the show starred Diahann Carroll in the titular role, making it one of the first series to portray an African-American woman in a non-stereotypical manner. The show was revolutionary in many ways, breaking new ground in its portrayal of race and gender on American television. Hello everyone, I'm Karen, otherwise known as Classic Karen, and on this channel I share recommendations on classic movies and shows, as well as insights and information on some of my favorite film stars from the past. Today we're diving into the classic television series Julia, which aired from 1968 to 1971. This groundbreaking series was a significant milestone in television history, even inspiring a Mattel doll modeled after the leading character, Julia. We'll explore the show's cultural impact and enduring relevancy. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a trip down memory lane. Before Julia, African-American characters on television were often relegated to stereotypical roles, such as maids, servants, or comic sidekicks. However, Julia broke this mold by depicting Julia Baker as a professional, educated African-American woman. Julia is a widowed single mother working as a nurse, a role that highlighted her intelligence, capability, and independence.
What's that?
It was on the off. Can we get a new color one?
I'm afraid we can't afford that now, Corey.
Can we get this one fixed?
We can do that.
This portrayal was a stark departure from previous representations and played a crucial role in changing the narrative around African-American characters on television. The significance of Julia extends beyond its character portrayal. It was the first weekly series to feature an African-American woman in a leading role since the 1950s Beulah. However, unlike Beulah, which reinforced stereotypes by depicting its protagonist as a maid, Julia presented a modern, middle-class African-American family. This shift was groundbreaking and marked a critical step forward in the representation of African Americans in mainstream media. Diahann Carroll's role as Julia Baker was a landmark achievement in her illustrious career. Carroll was already a well-known actress and singer, having appeared in several films and on Broadway. Her casting in Julia was significant, not only because of the character she played, but also because of her status as a respected artist in the entertainment industry. Carroll brought depth and nuance to the character of Julia Baker, with her performance being praised for its warmth, strength, and authenticity. Carroll's portrayal challenged the prevailing stereotypes of African-American women and provided a positive and aspirational image for viewers. Her role in Julia earned her a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Television Series, in addition to an Emmy nomination, further cementing her status as a trailblazer in television history. In interviews, Carroll spoke about the challenges and the responsibilities of playing Julia. She understood the importance of her role and the impact it could have on audiences. Carroll's dedication to her craft and the commitment to portraying Julia with dignity and respect were instrumental in the show's success. Julia was created by Hal Kanter, a veteran writer and producer known for his work in both film and television. Cantor was determined to create a show that portrayed African American characters in a positive light. He worked closely with Carroll and other cast members to ensure that the show's scripts were respectful and accurate in their depiction of African American life. Julia premiered on September 17, 1968, to positive reviews and strong ratings, with viewers and critics alike praising Julia for its groundbreaking portrayal of an African American woman. However, the show also faced criticism from some quarters. Some African American viewers felt that the show did not adequately address the realities of racial discrimination and social injustice. They argued that Julia presented an overly idealized view of African American life that did not reflect the struggles and challenges faced by many African Americans at the time. However, despite these criticisms, Julia remained popular throughout its 3-season run on television. The show's success paved the way for future television series featuring African American leads and helped to broaden the representation of African Americans in the media. Julia featured several special episodes and notable storylines that addressed important social issues and highlighted the show's commitment to positive representation. One such episode is Paint Your Wagadorn, in which Julia's son Corey, played by Mark Kopage, faces prejudice and bias from one of the tenants in their apartment complex. This episode tackled the issue of racial prejudice and provided a platform for discussing the challenges faced by African American children. By addressing the issue of racism, Julia provided a nuanced portrayal of the intersecting challenges faced by its characters. In addition to Diahann Carroll's iconic portrayal of Julia Baker, Julia featured a talented cast that brought the show's characters to life. Mark Kopage played Corey Baker, Julia's young son. Kopage's performance was praised for its authenticity and charm. In addition, his character's relationship with Julia was central to the show's appeal. Lloyd Nolan played Dr. Morton Chegley, Julia's boss at the medical clinic where she worked. Dr. Chegley was a supportive and understanding figure, and his relationship with Julia provided a positive example of interracial friendship and respect. Nolan's portrayal of Dr. Chegley was well received, and he brought warmth and humor to the role. Other notable cast members included Michael Link as Corey's best friend, Earl J. Wagadorn, and Betty Beard as Marie Wagadorn, Earl's mother and Julia's friend. The show's ensemble cast contributed to its success by creating a believable and engaging world for the characters. Julia had a lasting impact on television and popular culture. The show's groundbreaking portrayal of an African American woman in a professional role opened doors for future television series and actors. The show challenged stereotypes and provided a positive representation of African American life at a time when such portrayals were rare. The show's success also demonstrated the potential for television to address important social issues and contribute to social change. By presenting a modern, middle-class African American family, Julia helped to challenge and change the narrative around race in America. The show's influence can be seen in the successes of later television series featuring African American leads, shows such as Living Single and Blackish. Diahann Carroll's role as Julia Baker remains a significant achievement in her career and in television history. Carroll's performance and the show's positive portrayal of African American life continue to be celebrated as important milestones in the ongoing struggle for racial equality and representation in media. Through its positive portrayal of a professional African American woman and its commitment to addressing important social issues, Julia shines on with a lasting impact on television and popular culture. The show's success and legacy continue to be remembered and celebrated as a significant achievement in the history of American television. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And just as a side note, a little personal note, I had never watched Julia prior to researching this video. Growing up as a kid in the 80s, it wasn't a show that was syndicated like many of the other shows that I fell in love with as a child. And so I'd never watched Julia. Though I'd heard of Julia, I was familiar with the Julia Barbie doll because, I'm into vintage Barbie dolls myself. And of course, I've heard of and recognized Diahann Carroll, but the show Julia, I'd never watched. So in researching this video, I did watch a couple of episodes that I found online, and I absolutely loved them. I found the show was well written and witty, and I just got sucked into it, and it was very enjoyable. So if you've never watched it, I would highly recommend it. Just a little side from me. And if you've enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into classic TV and movies. And let me know down in the comments, are you a Julia fan or were you a Julia fan? Do you have any favorite episodes or episode recommendations? I'd love to hear your thoughts on the show. And until next time, keep it classic, my friends.